How's it going, guys? Um, so for this week's discussion, I decided to go over one of my early childhood memories, and kind of see how it was encoded, stored, and retrieved, and if it's fallen to any memory failure or bias. And yeah, this was fun. So the memory I'm gonna share, it's kind of a funny one, um, and it involves my brother, who's actually in this class as well. So when we were little, we lived in Sandy, Utah, with our like where we all lived with our grandparents, um, and there was this one time when we were little. um, we there's the ice cream man always came by, I think like once a week or so, and all like the kids in our neighborhood would go and get ice cream. Their parents would give them money and stuff to go get ice cream. But so one day the ice cream man came on our street, and we wanted to get some ice cream like all our friends were getting. And so we go and we asked our grandma if we could get some money for some ice cream, and our grandma's like, "Oh no, we have creamies in the freezer." And we're like, "Creamies? We don't want creamies." So by the time we decided, oh, we'll just give him some fake money, we went outside and the ice cream man was gone. He was leaving. And so what we did is we decided to follow him. And so this is where I think this memory kind of falls to memory failure, a little bias, I guess, because it's a very vivid memory. I think I was like around 4 or 5 when this happened. And but I just remember following this ice cream man for the longest time. And I think my brother was with me, but at some point he dipped out, and we didn't tell our parents or anyone where we were going. I think at some point, I might be wrong on this, but my brother decided he was gonna go back, but I decided I was gonna keep going. And so I finally get to the ice cream man at his next stop, and then I tell him what kind of ice cream I want, and he's like, "Oh, you need money. Do you have money?" And so I reached in my pocket and I pulled out nothing, and he's like, "What, you don't have money? Get out of here." And so he just told me to leave. And so I was just like, well, that guy was rude. And so I just kept walking, and I didn't know how to get home, and I was just walking down on the side of this like pretty busy street. And I just remember thinking about how rude the ice cream man was for not giving me ice cream despite the fake money I had. And so anyways, I was walking, and then the next thing I know, my dad, in his car, he pulls into a driveway right behind where I was walking, and it just proceeds to yell at me like, "What were you thinking?" and stuff like that. And I guess someone had found my brother, and then my dad had just found me, and then they brought me home and had to talk about how I need to tell them where I'm going next time I decide to do something like that, and how money's important when you want ice cream. And yeah, but that wasn't that wasn't the last time I did something like that. But I feel like that memory was encoded kind of differently for me, because I was younger. I was like 4 or 5, and so my perception of everything going on was a lot more significant than if I were to do something like that now. And so how it was stored was just based off my perception, my lack of knowledge of the situation, and how I needed money to get ice cream from the ice cream man. And then as far as how it's retrieved, I think that's where it gets a little bit shady, because it happened so long ago. It was encoded so long ago that it's very vivid for me, and it's not the most accurate thing in the world. I couldn't really perceive exactly what was going on during that time. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I feel like I felt I had memory failure in between the point where we started chasing the ice cream man to when I finally found the ice cream man. Like, I don't really remember where my brother went, and I don't really remember how he was found, and I don't really remember exactly how I was punished either. Really, the last thing I really remember is kind of my dad finding me, then him talking to me. But you know, that might be a little bit more biased as well. Maybe my brother was with me the whole time, I don't know. But it's just kind of interesting to see how memories that were encoded a long time ago kind of can get, you know, they can be contaminated, you could say. But yeah, so that was kind of fun, going over the module and then comparing that to one of my funniest early childhood memories. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.